Hello and welcome. I'm Heather from Children's Book World, and this is another episode of Books and Baking with Jen Calonita, who has a very special guest today. We're here also with Alyson Gerber. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm so excited to have Jen and Alyson here. They are going to share a super special recipe, which they're going to tell you about in a few minutes. I want to make sure you guys know to leave your comments. Leave your questions in the comments because I will read them to Jen and Alyson. They will answer anything that you ask about their books, about writing, about recipes, favorite foods, you name it. So please feel free to drop any questions there. There's also a link so that you can order any of Alyson or Jen's books. You can also visit the Books and Baking page to see what's coming next. But without further ado, I'm going to turn this over to Jen.
Thank you, Heather. It's so good to be back. I'm so excited to have my good friend Alyson Gerber with me today for our second new edition of Books and Baking Live. Alyson, thank you for coming on. I'm so excited to talk about the Liars Society today.
Thank you so much for having me. This is going to be such a blast.
This is. So, you know, when you look at the cover of the latest Liars Society, it's snowy. You're thinking winter, but no, we're making frozen hot chocolates today, which is perfect because you and I are in New York. Tomorrow we're going to have a heat wave, and I can't think of anything better we would like to drink.
Exactly. Right? It's going to be 90 degrees.
90 degrees and so humid and sticky. But I would love for readers who are new to the Liar Society, before we talk about book 3, do you want to tell them a little bit about it?
Sure. So the Liar Society is a mystery. It is told from 2 different points of view. So Weatherby is an outsider. She is a fish out of water. She gets a mysterious scholarship to an elite prep school called the Boston School. And Jack, who's our other narrator, is an insider in this world. Everybody in his snobby, wealthy family has gone to this school since the Mayflower, since the beginning of the country. And they both, they begin the story as rivals. And they both get picked to join the most powerful secret society in the world called Last Heir. And well, Weatherby is on a journey to try to figure out who her father is, who she's never had the chance to meet. He's somebody who she knows went to the school. And Jack knows his father well, but he is on a journey to figure out why his family history feels so dark and complicated. And so their stories meet as the series goes on, and they start to solve the mystery of the most powerful secret society in the world, the secret history of their own different families. And they also, while all this is going on, have their own life-ruining secrets that they will do just about anything to protect.
It is so much fun. If you haven't started reading yet, this is your summer read. All 3 books are phenomenal. I love the whole mystery aspect of it all. I love the clues. Allie and I are good friends. She was so instrumental as I was putting together Isle of Ever and the Curse Breaker. No one does clues and riddles like you do. So
that's a great read along. That's a great, if you're looking, those look so nice together too.
You look nice together.
Yeah, if you want to do like mystery and then mystery adventure,
yeah,
that's a fun pairing.
So I guess, for our readers out there who are new, do you feel you need to read these in order? That's a question I hear all the time when I'm talking about a series. What about this?
So for the Liar Society, it's important to read either book 1 or book 2 before you read book 3. I think that reading them in order is amazing, but if you're somebody, I have ADHD, and I'm a person who really likes to get on the roller coaster and get to the plot really fast. And if I love a story in a world, I'll go back and read later. Like I could catch up on it later. So for me, I really am a sort of book 2 reader. And that's true for most series. I usually start a series at book 2 and then go back to book 1. Yeah, it's a really different way of reading. And a lot of times, like other librarians or booksellers I talk to are surprised to hear that. But for me, that's always been, even with the TV show, I never start with the pilot. I always start with the second episode. And I spoken to a lot of kids who feel that way too. So I think if series aren't resonating with you, maybe it's about the way you're reading it. I also recommend trying audio. For me, as a reluctant reader, audio was such a great way in. So if you do want to start with the first book, if you're somebody who hates spoilers, but starting out a series feels hard, audio is a great way to jump into.
Especially right now. I mean, we're heading into the summer. A lot of people are already off for the summer. Kids are out. And if you're taking a family road trip, jumping in with book 1 on audiobook and then bringing book 2 and book 3 to read on vacation is, I mean, as a parent, you and I are both parents, it's so fun to have that conversation starter and to have something you can all discuss as a family. So I love when I hear about families reading a series together. And this is a great one for discussion. So I'm excited about this. Before we talk about A Secret Escape, maybe we can start putting together some of our ingredients for our frozen hot chocolate.
Yes.
This is an easy one. I love this so much because chances are, if you're watching us live or you're watching us back later, you probably have everything you need in the house already, right?
Oh, definitely. And I think it's really fun because if you're a kid viewer and you're reading the series, maybe with your friends or as a family, it's something that you can do most of yourself.
Yes.
Which is really nice. It's really fun to have some autonomy.
No stove, no heat needed. You literally need a blender. And you actually have a great tip for readers who don't have a strong blender, don't you?
Yes. And because I actually don't have a strong blender, I'm always nervous I'm gonna get hurt. So I have a smaller blender, like a self-serve,
okay,
like almost like a smoothie blender, and you can make your own ice cubes. So here I've taken the chocolate milk and I've put them in like an ice tray that's flexible, and you can make them smaller. You can only pour half if your blender really isn't strong, and that way it won't dilute the whole concoction. Won't have too much water in it. But you can also do it with water with regular ice too if you don't love too much chocolate. But I did love to make the chocolate milk.
I think that is so brilliant. When we were talking earlier today, I was like, I don't think we have ice cube trays because we have a freezer that makes its own ice. But I think that's such a great way to not dilute it and just, I love that. But so for our first step is to take 1.5 cups of chocolate milk and pour it in your blender or your personal blender or whatever you're using, correct?
That's right.
Okay, so I'm going to do that myself right here. I actually have a group of teenage boys at the house right now, and I'm thinking if these come out good, I'm going to have to bring them all I feel a little bit like Starbucks. I'll bring them all small cups so they can have some this afternoon.
Just like make the whipped cream really high.
Yes. So you have your hot chocolate. Step 2 seems pretty easy to me as well. Now it is true, right? We need to do this in the exact order that the recipe's written on the website. Step 2, hot chocolate mix, right?
Yep.
You used what did you use for hot chocolate?
I tried a couple of different ones. We're hot chocolate connoisseurs in my house. I've never had the Cadbury, but I'm a big Cadbury fan.
Ooh,
and I never even seen it before, but I thought it was really good. It's definitely a different, richer flavor.
Oh, I need to be in that.
I've seen the Ghirardelli. I've seen a couple of other brands, but I've never seen Cadbury. So
yeah, I mean, this was a Target find in June, so they have it. And I will say, if you're doing the hot chocolate packets, what I found was if we're using 1 cup of hot chocolate mix, this was about 6 packets. So it's not even your whole box, which was really good. So we're going to pour that in second, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Now you would just be blending. I am going to add my ice, correct?
Well, I would actually add my ice too.
You would? Okay.
Yes, but because my ice cubes are smaller, it will be easier for the blender.
I pre-made, I took all my ice out so I'd have the exact amount. This is trial and error, right? So it could be, 3 to 4 cups of ice. The smaller your ice is, the better. If you have small cubes, or you could do crushed ice, that's great as well.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get loud, right? We're going to
do it.
I'm going to pour mine in. And actually, this is so much in here. I don't even know if I can pour in all 3 cups of ice. So I'll have to play around. Now, why is book 3, Before I Blend, of The Liar Society, a secret escape? Where are we set? Why is it snowy? What's happening here?
So the first 2 books take place in a fictional town called Cape Rye, Massachusetts. And the third book Jack and Weatherby and their friends from the Liar Society actually go and study abroad in the Swiss Alps. So they're in Switzerland, and which is why they're skiing, and they actually do go to attend a hot chocolate bar during their trip to Switzerland. So they have all different kinds of fun accessories at that hot chocolate bar. So I thought it would be really fun to make it, a little something for the warm weather.
So did they do anything really fun at your hot chocolate bar?
Let's just talk about decorations for a second.
Let's talk about that.
Because I have heard of a few people having like Liar Society themed parties, birthday parties, and I love accessories. So that's like part of the fun of this series is you get to have fun. So I just got some different sprinkles from Target. But it makes it really fun, the different shapes and sizes. And actually these sprinkles were really good. We did a little taste test last night. You can make your own whipped cream, but I like a canned whipped cream. But it makes it really fun. You can sort of accessorize, make it pretty. I just took some stuff that was in the cabinet to make it extra pretty. And we got some gold keys, which are always fun. You could do name tags with those because keys are really important in the Liar Society.
I mean, we all know about these places where everybody serves like a crazy shake. So you can have a lot of fun with what you do, even to your glasses. So this right here is just frosting with some gold sprinkles on it. And I just set it in the fridge for a few minutes. But like frosting is so easy now. So I just got the squeezable frosting like this. And you could just put a rim around a glass. And then
I love that.
So like this, right? Yeah. And then I have like cake decorating knives. I would just spread it out around it, and then you would dip this in your sprinkle of choice, or you have those nice gold balls, right? Those giant gold balls. I would love to press some of those onto the top of a glass like this.
You could also do edible glitter. And have the gold edible glitter, which is hard to stick on a glass without the frosting, but with the frosting, it should be good.
With the frosting, and you could take so simple, I have this very fine gold glitter. I would just put a little on a plate.
Yeah.
And then I would just take my glass and I would dip it around. And it took me a few tries to do it, but if you can see this here, let me show you just this little spot. See how it's coming on there? So you can make your rim as wide as you want, as narrow as you want. You could do an extra layer of frosting and add other decorations to it. I mean, have fun with it. Especially, as you said, if they're doing like a Liar Society party, or you're doing like a book discussion night or book club, you could really have fun and have all of this. I mean, these can be prepped and ready to go.
I would also recommend, I know that maybe marshmallows aren't everybody's favorite for frozen hot chocolate, but I love a few marshmallows on top of the whipped cream. Makes it really fun. You could add like all different kinds of candy. You could add M&Ms, you could add Reese's Pieces.
These are especially these are fun for summer because everybody's making s'mores. They have these giant shaped jet puff marshmallows, and I got a bag of those, and I added some of the edible glitter using frosting as the paste again, and I stuck it on the straw. The only thing I'll say is I should have punctured a hole in the marshmallow ahead of time, because sticking it through the straw, it got like pretty sticky, but you could just puncture a hole through with a knife and then it would slide right through.
So fun.
So fun. So now we're going to blend. So it's
let's get loud.
Let's get loud. Okay. Ready? Let's do it. Very loud. Okay. All right. Mine looks really nice and thick.
Oh, nice.
Right?
That looks amazing.
I'm going to try to carefully pour some into a glass while we're talking. It's coming in. I probably could do a little more of mine.
Blending.
Oh, no, it's coming. Here we go.
Nice. That looks so good.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good.
With the hot chocolate mix, it has a really nice flavor. It's very dynamic.
Okay, like get this up here. And now, I mean, like you said, we can have a lot of fun with this. I can add a layer of whipped cream, pile it high, and
This
add
is so fun.
more sprinkles. Couldn't I? Can I add more?
Always more sprinkles. This is the perfect cup.
Oh, even. Here's something else. I got Midnight Moo from Trader Joe's. You know, your little chocolate syrup. So, I mean, let's be a little fancy. Add a little bit of chocolate syrup.
I mean, that's amazing.
And then
this is truly a secret society party now.
Oh, it is. Wait, let me put these in my hand so I don't dump all these sprinkles all over the counter in front of you all. So then I would just take a few and I'd pour it on. So we have a little bit of liquid gold here on the top. And then I would add my special straw.
That looks amazing, Jen.
I mean, how fun is this? And this is so easy. What did this take us?
So simple.
So simple. So simple. So fun. Should I taste it? I feel bad. You're outside, but I want to taste it. It's so thick. I can't even get it up. I'll probably have to, let me see, hold on. Let me do it this way. Okay, that is delicious. That is delicious.
It's a really good recipe.
You have to make that. So tell us about Jack and Weatherby. They're in the Alps, correct?
They're in the Alps in this book. Yep. And for book 3, book 3 is really when they start to learn big secrets, and the web starts to become even bigger, and they realize that this isn't just about their family. This is bigger than just about them.
The mystery keeps going. So that leads me to ask, we have books 1, we have books 2, we have books 3. Are we leaving from reading the end of the book? I kind of felt like you left the door open. There's a lot more questions we have than answers. I feel like you're leading us somewhere. Is there a chance we're getting another book?
Oh, yes. The next book, the 4th book is coming next year in 2027. So really soon. A Devious Hunt. The story continues. It's just that we end book 3 on a pretty big cliffhanger. And I'm really excited to take readers into the next part of this series. It's so fun.
I mean, think about it. A secret society. The secret society has existed for what? Hundreds of years?
Hundreds of years, yeah.
These people aren't going anywhere. This is an ongoing thing.
And what's really fun is because there's this group of kids that are part of Liar Society, and it's not just Jack and Weatherby, we start to tell different kids' stories as we go. Even though we're still in those 2 narrators' perspectives, we get to really dig. If you're like, I really liked Iris and I haven't gotten enough of Iris, don't worry, you're going to get more Iris. If you really like Harper and you haven't gotten enough of Harper, you're going to get more Harper. And that's true, I think, of almost every character. Don't count anyone out just yet.
I love that. This is so fun. It is your perfect summer read. Seriously, get yourself some hot cocoa mix, some chocolate milk. That's all you really need. Ice, sprinkles, whatever you have in the house, and make some really fun Liar Society frozen hot chocolates. They are delicious. I feel like I'm going to devour this whole thing.
So okay. It looks you did so well. It looks beautiful.
It's a pretty.
That looks amazing. That looks amazing. And I have to tell you, the tip about freezing your chocolate milk in the ice cube trays.
So smart.
That's just like an aha moment. I was like, down going, oh my gosh, makes all the difference, right?
Yeah, that because not everybody has like a big blender at home. A lot of people have personal blenders, like you said. And how can you make it a little bit easier for yourself? Ice cube trays with your chocolate milk.
And I have to be honest, I have tried to like blend just chocolate milk or blend just hot chocolate, and it never tasted great. I used to always want to taste like that restaurant in New York, Serendipity, where everybody got hot chocolate. But now I'm like, oh, you combine the 2.
Yes, exactly.
And that makes so much sense. Oh my God.
That was a really fun tip from a friend who was a baker. That's the fun part about living in New York City is like your friend was a baker at Balthazar. So when I said, can you like look at this recipe and tell me what you think? What should I try? She suggested that, and it changed everything.
Wow. I can't wait to try it.
This is why it tastes so different. I never would have thought to add hot chocolate mix in addition to the chocolate milk. So it's a good secret you shared here, just like in your series.
Well, we do have a couple of questions
Okay.
for you guys, so I'm just going to read them off. You've both written contemporary fiction, and now you're writing mystery series. Which do you like better, and what is the difference?
Go ahead, Allie. I think you should go first.
That's a really good question. For me, my first 3 books, Braced, Focused, and Taking Up Space, were really set in the real world with real world issues. And I loved writing those books. I needed to write those books. They're important stories. But I was in a place in my writing in my life where I really wanted to have fun and escape and sort of write this story that takes place in the real world but has some fantastical elements. Not There's no magic, but it's elevated, it's aspirational, it's an adventure that you get to go on and actually be part of this world. I wanted to pull back the curtain on this elite world so that everybody could be part of it. This to me has been so much fun. And I hope readers can feel that. I love clues and puzzles. I am an active reader and I love to be engaged in any kind of story that I'm reading. I like to win and be the detective and get it before the kids solve the mystery or get it before the adult solves the mystery. That's the kind of reader I am. So that's the kind of story I wanted to tell.
I love that. I feel like, even my contemporary books have a touch of magic in them. When I think of like 12 to 22 and the retake, but I feel like I'm somebody who's always looking for magic in the everyday world. There are so many dark things and there are so many hard stories out there. And I feel like I want to create a story that gives you hope and makes you believe in the impossible. And so I feel like that is what I've loved so much about Isle of Ever. It is a very much real world story with this touch of magic, this mysterious island and a pirate treasure that's like a fountain of youth that changes the whole thing. So this is kind of a good combination of like contemporary and fantastical. And I think all kinds of stories are important. I love a contemporary story, but just adding a little touch of magic is so much fun to me.
Love that. Okay, so here is another question. Do you ever, when you're writing a series, write something in book 2 or 3 and realize you can't because it wasn't in book 1?
That is the best question of all time. That's the best question.
Oh, it's happened. You and I have talked about doing this a lot. I will say, jumping in here, one thing that has really helped me with Isle of Ever was creating a really good Google Doc that has every piece of the story in it. So every riddle, every clue, I needed to write out the mythology that goes on here. This is a story about this 200-year-old island that only shows up. The island shows up every 200 years and it has this cursed pirate treasure on it. And what are the rules of the island? Under what conditions does it show up? Who can get on the island and off? We have this 200-year-old cat named Wings, who is the only one who can mysteriously get on and off the island all the time. Everybody else can't. So I had to really, really think about everything. And I hope I don't mess it up, but I check everything so carefully. Like I'm about to reread book 3 for the last time before it heads off to a printer. And I'm going to be checking it with a fine tooth comb. It does happen that then you have to write your way out of something. Like if you've made a rule in book 1 and you've messed that up, you might have to find a way to fix it. You might. It can happen, right?
I think the bigger issue for me is not that I haven't included something in book 1, because you can usually write your way into that. It's that sometimes you corner yourself off. So you've created a dead end that you now need to find a way to open. And sometimes that's not possible. So maybe that idea can work in a different way and you just need to find a different opening. So one of the things I think Jen and I both try to do in our work is leave on like threads throughout the story that aren't 100% completed so that we can find them later. So they're almost like Easter eggs or puzzle pieces, and we don't exactly know how they're going to click together later, but it's open. It's literally building that door for ourselves. Which I think if you're a young writer, that's something to really practice doing. You don't want to create so many threads that your reader is like, wait, what about this? And what about this? But enough that if the series does continue, and hopefully the series you're writing will continue, that you have room to grow and change and have your characters grow and change?
Great question. Great
Yeah,
question.
Good question. So here is a little more simpler question, and it's for you, Alyson. Do you sail?
Oh, great question. That's such a good question. I hope you think that I do sail. I hope that you left the Liar Society like, she definitely sails. She was like on a varsity team in college. I have sailed for this book, and I had a really good friend from high school who went to the same college as me and sailed Division I sailing at my college. So I spent a lot of time with the sailing team. So what I knew about sailing was the friend dynamics. I knew the personality of the skipper and the crew. I understood how the team worked and what kind of conflict could exist, which is why I tried a lot of other, I love sports. So I tried a lot of other sports before, but sailing was just the perfect sport for this book. It's also a sport where kids can be better than adults. And that's a message I really want to get across to readers. But I worked really hard with a few people from the sailing team, and just friends that I knew, and then I went and spent a few days on a boat with somebody teaching me how the mechanics of the boat actually worked so that it would feel as real as possible. And hopefully that comes through. That's one of the great things about being an author is you get to pretend you're really good at something that you're not good at. That's my favorite thing to do, because like, I don't think I would be an exceptional sailor, but I got to imagine that I would be.
I mean, I got to go out with her when she was on one of these like exploratory days where we went out with like a young sailing team and they showed us how everything worked. And I had never sailed either, but it was so cool to see in action.
That is so much fun. I bet people who think of like authors and their jobs do not think, oh, you can end up on a sailboat. That's fantastic. So what is next for you guys? Jen, do you want to start? What's coming up?
A few things. So first of all, Isle of Ever 3, we're announcing the title and showing the cover, hopefully on the 17th. So I will fill you in more about that. I can't wait for you to see it and see how this all wraps up. And this August, I have a new witchy YA, as I call it, called Practically Magic, coming out. It's really cute. It's really sweet. It's really fun, with a love spell one sister casts on her younger sister so that her heart can never be broken, and it backfires the week before Halloween. That comes out August 25th. And then
that's a young YA, right?
That's a young YA. That is, low heat, perfect for middle grade and up. And then September 15th, I have the next Taylor's book, which is called Fearless. And like every good Taylor fan, the girls are headed to Nashville on a school trip where they all have to learn to be fearless in a different way.
Very cool. How about you, Alyson? What's coming up?
So I have The Liar Society 4 coming out, A Devious Hunt. It's coming out in 2027. I believe it will be in the late spring. And Jack and Weatherby are going to be part of sort of a media circus. They're going to be, a story's going to break about them. So we're going to get to follow that adventure as the stakes get higher for the whole group. And then everything else I'm working on is a secret, so I can't tell you anything else. I hate to be so filled with secrets and mystery, but just wait.
She's keeping secrets.
Sounds awesome. So next for us is
Christina. Yes, Christina Diaz-Gonzalez. If you are really excited about the World Cup, then you're going to be so excited about Christina's new graphic novel, her follow-up to Invisible. This is called Offside. It is about a soccer team. We are going to be making soccer cake pops. Cannot think of a better little sweet treat to make for this book than these. So we will be together on July 8th. And then we have a whole slew of other guests coming up this fall. And hopefully Alyson will join us again for something fun in the future too, when she can reveal some secrets.
Yes, absolutely. This was great. And just to remind everybody that you can purchase your books by going to Children's Book World. We will have book plates from Alyson and book plates from Jen. Both series make terrific summer reads. Really something to sink your teeth into and get excited about. So definitely, please take a look at that. If you have a local indie bookstore near you, pop on in, or to the library, or you can order them right off our website. But I just want to thank you, Jen. Thank you, Alyson.
Thank you.
This was terrific.
This was so fun. I'm gonna go enjoy this. This might be my early dinner. I don't know.
I'll get my blender out right now. So excited. This was great. Thank you both.
You.
Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.